Well, it all started when I was a senior in high school. We senior year was so far started out great. We were the football team was undefeated. We went to state. Unfortunately, we lost to state, but we don't talk about it. And it's great time. Halloween was awesome. Thanksgiving. All of a sudden, it was about a week before Christmas, and we got a phone call from my family in California, and they had said that my cousin was hit by a drunk driver and killed. So we immediately, packed all our things, made plans, got flights, and flew out there for the funeral and everything. And so I ended up getting really upset about a lot of things because I hadn't seen my cousin in years, and he meant a lot to me. He was the only first cousin that I had on my mom's side of the family. And we never got to see him. My uncle got really bad into drugs, so we just kind of never really kept in contact with him. We tried, or we did somewhat, but nothing too much. And so he taught me how to surf. Last time I was out there, he taught me how to surf, which is now like a deep passion of mine that I obviously can't do in Arkansas. But we had a bond, and it was special to me. And my brother and I both took it really hard. So we get back night before Christmas Eve, and it was just, not fun. We didn't have a tree, there wasn't that many presents. We were just all really depressed. So time goes by. 3 months later, it's March, spring break, senior year, I'm stuck at home. So I used to race motocross when I was growing up, and so we had like this really tight-knit family with my race family, and we did everything together. We were always together. We were always at each other's houses. And so I get this phone call from one of my friends that I raced with. We actually went to school together and when I went to Pea Ridge in 7th grade. So we've been friends ever since, and I became friends with his brother because he was racing with all of us. And I ended up pretty much being in love with this kid, and he loved me back, but our maturity levels were just not the same, so it was never working out. So we just decided that it wasn't worth it. We tried dating, and I just kind of stopped calling, stopped texting, just stopped talking to him really. And at one point his mom asked, like, why don't you chase her, go after her, what are you doing, you love her, you guys are you love each other, just go after her. And he's like, I can't. He's like, we just don't mesh, or sorry, cut that part. So he's like, quit, get him, lay down. There you go. So anyway, what did she say? She said, go after her, you love her, she loves you, make this work. And he's like, I can't. He's like, she's not ready. So we really weren't. Like he was like wanting marriage, and I was 18 years old, still in high school. Like there's no way that I was ready for that, and I knew that. And he didn't, but he did. He just didn't want to know he did. So anyway, back to the spring break senior year. I was just sitting there at my house, my parents' house, walking around. Get this phone call from my friend, who's his little brother, this guy that I fell in love with, his little brother, freaking out, like, Justin crashed, he can't breathe, like, he's not breathing. They're put him in the ambulance. And I was like, well, I can't do anything, I was like, I'm here, what do I need to do? Do I need to go down there? Because it was just a little bit down south. And he was like, I don't know, yeah, I'll call you. So they get down the road, and he ends up dying in the ambulance. So within a 3-month time span, I lost my first cousin and my best friend, first guy I was ever falling in love with. And so it really kind of caused me to start drinking a whole lot. So not to mention I had countless other friends die of suicide and overdose and car crashes. Within 2 years, I had probably about 5 people who I was really close to pass away for some reason. Too young, way too young. All of them were too young. And so I started drinking a whole lot, which resulted to me, ended up failing out of college. And I and been in the process past like year and a half, 2 years, picking myself up and fixing things that I did wrong in the past, and it's a lot of work. And luckily, I got her. I got her when I was 22, and she was the start of me kind of rebuilding my life. I had to be responsible to take care of another living thing, so she helped me. She pretty much saved my life. She called her my saving grace sometimes, but she's pretty much my rock. And so through the past 2 years, my grandmother has had ovarian cancer on and off for the past about 8 years. So this past year, she got a really bad bout of it, so we had to go through another round of chemo. Well, I was taking her to every single doctor's appointment, every single chemo treatment, anything that she had to go to, I took her, because no one else was available during the day except for me, because I worked nights at the bar. And so it's been an extremely painful past year, watching her just slowly dwindle away and sinking into nothing, because she can't, her body is just, there's nothing left for her to fight. So it's it makes you realize how precious life really is, and you can be the strongest man in the world and cancer will still knock you down, and there's nothing you can do about it. But as long as you have that support system is all that really matters. I'm now currently starting to open up a restaurant, and it's teaching me how to create a business from scratch, bottom up, work together with my friend who's the owner. Setting it up is just so much more work than I ever expected, but I learned a lot the past few years, just how precious life is. I am now 25, and I am Jack Bragg.
I am Jack Bragg.
I am Jack Bragg.
I am Jack Bragg.
14岁了我是 Jack Bragg。